Good evening and welcome to the news. The Ministry of Health says that it has recorded 132 new cases of COVID-19 since the last update yesterday. Most of the cases are from 2 tuna fishing vessels and from the home for the elderly at Notice Point. Among the new cases, there are only 5 from the community. Public Health Commissioner Dr. Jude Gedeon says the cases seem to be hitting a plateau.
These are clusters, 2 major clusters at the home for the elderly and among the seafarers on the vessels. They are fairly well contained because they are in facilities. We don't anticipate any spread from these 2 facilities that cannot be contained. And when we look at the weekly average, we find that for this week that has passed, there's a drop compared to last week. And if we take the 3 weeks together, it's like a plateau. We cannot call this a surge. This is up to actually yesterday. It's counted up to yesterday. So it's a plateau. We hope it doesn't get into a surge. We're doing all we can to prevent it from surging. As regards to vaccination, we have so far given 39% of the target population at least 2 doses of the vaccine, but we are happy to note that about 63% of the population, of the total population, have received at least 1 dose. We know that after 1 dose, once you've passed 3 to 4 weeks onwards, it does convey certain degree of protection in terms of prevention from critical or severe illnesses. So we are calling on the general population to continue cooperating with us for the vaccine, and we're asking organizations to motivate their workers who have not come forward for the vaccine. If they want more information, we are prepared to provide for them. If they would like to request that we come and give a session to the organizations, for big organizations for instance, then we can also do that so that they can make an informed decision on the vaccine.
The Magistrate Court building on Île du Port will remain closed until Monday, the 29th of March, as a precautionary measure after 1 court staff tested positive for COVID-19. The judiciary says in a press release that all cases scheduled during this period will be postponed except for remands, which will be taken before the Supreme Court. Prowling cases set for this month will also be postponed. It says that all occupants of the magistrate courts and some from the Supreme Court who have had contact with the person are going into home quarantine as per public health guidelines. This will, however, not affect the daily operations of the Supreme Court, Family Tribunal, and Onsoyal Magistrate Courts, which will remain operational as usual. The central bank says it is extending the access period to the private sector relief scheme and the private sector large enterprises relief scheme until the end of December 2021. This is one of several revisions to the 2 schemes approved by the CBS board at its meeting held on Monday, the 15th of March. The National Parks Authority, SNPA, says that it intends to update the management plans for all of its national parks. These are done mainly through reviews conducted by private consultants. The CEO of SNPA, Selby Remy, says that the Sainte-Anne Marine Park management plan is actually being reviewed. The National Assembly this morning approved a 16.5 million rupee budget for the Planning Authority. It is 1 million rupees less compared to last year's budget. This is because the 13th month salary has been left out. Many of the questions from MNAs focused on local issues in the districts, but there were other issues, including grievances that had been raised in the past. Among them, a lack of uniformity in the decision of the Planning Authority and the perception of double standards for political reasons. The new Chief Executive Officer of the authority, Angèle Savina, gave assurances that under her leadership, decisions will be taken in all fairness and transparency. The other budget approved today was that of the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development. The budget amounts to 124.7 million rupees, a reduction of 15% compared to last year's budget. In her presentation, the Minister for Local Government and Community Development, Rose-Marie Waro, said that the rotation of district administrators to ensure a more efficient functioning of districts has now been completed. Minister Waro also told MNAs that there is also a decrease in the amount of money for small projects in the districts from 26 million to 13 million rupees. The minister said that this is a direct result of the present economic difficulties brought about by COVID-19. Minister Waro also spoke of the need to train and encourage district administrators to keep politics out of what they do in the districts. We've come to the end of this news summary. Thank you for watching. Good evening.